the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a very good wicket to bat on. Yeah, probably at least a par score of 190, I would have thought. And we just didn't put partnerships together. And as soon as we got a bit of momentum going, we seemed to lose a couple of wickets in clumps, and that sort of set us back towards the end. And yeah, probably quite a few short there in the end.
What makes the innings so shortened? Because do you think that because of the inexperience on your side, or what happens on the field?
I thought we got it to a pretty good start, 25 after 3 overs, and then losing the wicket of Max sort of set us back a little bit. We sort of, the next 3 overs we didn't really capitalise on, and once you have a power play of only 34, I think it's difficult to try and go and get a score of stature without taking some exorbitant risk along the way. So the guys try to construct the innings as best they can, but again, credit where it's due. The bowlers of Bangladesh were outstanding, very disciplined, and made it hard for our guys to score. And the chances that were caught by the Bangladeshi fielders were really superb, and it's those kinds of things that make momentum in an innings really difficult. So yeah, credit where it's due in that regard.
How do you see the approach of the Bangladeshi batsmen while chasing this small total?
Yeah, I thought they struck the ball really, really well. Very clean, good execution. As soon as our bowlers missed, they seemed to be on it, and yeah, some excellent execution both on the ground and in the air. But not only that, I think there was some really good shot making in terms of getting singles, which we could learn a lot from a guy like Litton, who played an extraordinarily good innings there. So yeah, I mean, they batted really, really well, and obviously we would like to bowl a bit better, but the execution of the batting was excellent.
Yep. Then after the first innings, do you have still believe that you can win the match?
Absolutely, we're a team who do believe, and those are the kinds of scores that we have defended before. So, we go out there, we value every run, and we try with the most effort that we can to be able to do so. And I think we see that out on the field, every time we go and play. I think our execution with the ball has to be a lot better than that, though, in order to get to a team down to, like Bangladesh, especially to a score of 135 on that wicket. With the dew setting in, it's going to be a tough ask, but we need to execute a lot better.
Do you feel the conditions play a massive role in the result? Do you think the toss was very vital because you played a factor, as you said, in the second innings? And also, we saw Mustafi's delivery is gripping a bit more like it does in Mir, who doesn't happen in Salera. Do you think that took your batters back just a bit?
Dew sets in quite early here, but I definitely think there is a factor of the toss. Obviously, both captains would have chosen to bowl first, so there is a big factor to that. But having said that, I still don't think 135 runs is enough runs to get. So, I think in that regard, on the wicket, how it was, you want to try and get a bit more runs on the board, and then you've got something to bowl at and defend. And I think that you probably can, if there's some batter error and a couple of things like that go your way. So I think the toss is a factor, but not the team that wins the toss is only going to win the game. I think there is a way to win if you bat first, but you just got to put a good score on the board.
And you feel the batters were taken aback, they were a little surprised by what they saw on the pitch?
No, we thought the pitch was going to be good, and it played good. Yeah, I feel like obviously for some of the guys, they are batting a little bit out of the position that they would normally bat in due to some of the availability that we've had. And obviously for some of them, it's coming into the international game again from being out for a little while and coming in under lights, and with the wicket sliding on like that can sometimes be a little bit tricky to adjust to. And we only had one practice, so it's not easy for the guys just to come in and do that. We pride ourselves on being able to do things like that, but the reality is it is quite difficult.
Do you feel Bangladesh were more prepared as a unit as a result showed, and also in the field as well?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think so as much in the field, but all the conditions here that we are facing are pretty new to us. We don't really play under lights, and we don't really play with a heavy dew. So some of the errors that we could make in the field potentially could be down to those factors. But no, the Bangladesh are a really well prepared unit, and they've obviously been training camps here and getting used to the facilities and the conditions that are here. So of course they were going to come into the series really well prepared, and that shows.
What you will tell about Taskin?
Taskin's a wonderful bowler, and he always seems to be cracking open our top order no matter where we're playing. So, what a fantastic guy, and I wish him all the best. I think those are career best figures for him, and he keeps getting better and better every time I see him. And he's obviously a big threat for them with the new ball, especially. He bowled some really good tight lines and lengths today, and was rewarded for that.
2 more questions, guys. There's 2 more.
But do you think you can still make a comeback in the series?
Yeah, I think one of our key tenets is learning, and we'll have to learn very quickly. We've obviously got a quick turnaround before the next game, and I think the guys will be able to take a lot of those lessons on board, this being the first time that they've been here, so hopefully we can kind of bounce back quite quickly, and if a couple of things go our way and we execute a bit better, I think we could put up a much more competitive performance.
Coach, you just said the Bangladesh played really well, and it was a bad day. But what went wrong? What type of fault you have done in the match, and what will be your learning from this match? You wanna change in the next match?
I think the intent with the bat, especially the amount of dot balls that we took. I mean, it was a huge amount. I think it was like 47 dot balls on a wicket like that, which is criminal if you are batting like that. But credit to the bowlers again and the fielders who were stopping those as well. So, but yeah, we'll look at that. The intent with the bat definitely needs something to look at. And then when you're building a partnership, you've got to kick those partnerships on. We saw, once a partnership gets going, it can start to get that run rate up, and that's what you need to do to score big scores on any field, but especially on this one.
Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. See you in 2 days.
Thank you.
Do we have practice?
You've got my number.